Uncut, unedited, people. You already know what it is. Come on in, people. Come on in. Come on in. All right, come on in, people. Come on in. This is live, uncut, unedited. This is where we tell the truth and shame the devil. And that's what we want to do. Good afternoon, people. I'm coming live early afternoon. And we got a breaking news. Actually, I should have labeled it as breaking news. Breaking news. So it is what it is, people. We have to continue. This is a win for the community. We want to talk about um, the Early Walker Act, and we want to talk about it. It's a win, people. It's a win. We need this win. Come on in, people, and we're going to explain it. I'm going to interview him on live, and I want him to tell us more about this bill that's coming out for the benefit in these high crime areas, people. I tell you, this is true. This is where we tell the truth and shame the devil. Come on in, people. Come on in, come on in, come on in. My YouTube family is on here tonight, this afternoon. Come on in, people. This is live, uncut, unedited. Come on in, people. Quick talk. We won't hold you long, but we just got to tell you the truth and shame the devil. We got a caller calling in, Mr. Early Walker, as you know. He's a radio personality on 106.3, Soul 106.3. Hey, Kim Edenton, I see you. I see you. Hey, Miss. All right, Miss Pendleton, how you see you? I see you, Don Tillman. What's going on? We got something good for the ladies. Actually, I think this would be great for the ladies and everything. This would be actually great for the ladies. This bill, because it's been a long time coming, and we want to thank God for Early Walker because he had a vision, and he noticed something. He knew that we need protection in these communities while we're pumping out gas and going into these stores and stuff like that. I see you, brother. I see you. I see you. I see you. I see you. We can get started, brother. We got what's up, Robert Brown? I see you. I see you. And people, we want to talk about this is what we're talking about. The Early Walker Armed Security Protection. That's what we're talking about today, people. I got him on live. Y'all know him and his wife, Tia. Early and Tia's show to come on 106.3 every Sunday between 4 and 5. Also, I'm a guest on their show every week. So he's definitely a support of mine. I definitely support anything he do, especially when it benefits the Black community. Hey, my brother, tell us what's going on. Talk to us. Come on, Early.
Hey, Martin, thanks again for having me.
No problem. No problem. No problem. So I can ask you a little bit. Now, so I want to thank God for your vision. So how did you come up with this vision? Tell me how it all started.
So basically, this has been actually about 2 years ago. I launched what I called actually it was a two-part. It was Operation Safe Pump, and then a few weeks after that, I launched what I called Operation Safe Shop. Both of these consisted of security agencies basically patrolling gas stations, and then we did grocery stores.
Mm-hmm.
And I did that to show that this can be a helpful avenue in our community, especially as it relates to some of the higher crime areas. And so this was during, of course, the pandemic where we had first saw our huge uptick as it relates to gun violence, in our communities. And, elderly women, were scared to stop. Women in general, they were scared to stop for gas, scared to stop for groceries. And I mean, that's a shame. I mean, no one should feel unsafe in our communities, and especially if they're spending dollars in our communities. And so I said, hey, this is something that needs to be pushed through to be made law, that everyone that wants to do business in our communities, gas stations, grocery stores, and we actually got banks added to the list as well as pawn shops. And so I'm kudos to Representative Thaddeus Jones, who pushed this through. Kudos to Alderman Stephanie Coleman. I actually launched this in Inglewood with her, so she supports this initiative as well. But this is something that's definitely needed in our community. I mean, these gas station owners, these business owners, they're making money in our communities, and they should not have an issue with protecting our citizens, protecting their customers.
And I agree with you because let me tell you, I was telling you earlier today, I lived on 68th and Emerald for like 3.5 years, almost 4 years. And it was a gas station right there on 67th and Halsted. I think 2000 gas station, 2001 gas station. And out of that whole time that I've lived there, I probably went 3 or 4 times. That was it because I never felt safe. I never felt safe going to that gas station, period. And I'm a man. I don't care what time of day it was. In this period, and I believe in supporting local business in the community. But if it come to my life, I'm gonna choose my life and go somewhere else. So I go ahead.
Another thing I want to add, because a lot of people have been asking, well, is this going to be something that's going to be taxed to the consumer? No. In the bill, it's going to emphasize that no business owner is going to be allowed to gouge in price. So that means they can't raise the price of their gas. They can't raise the price of anything. This is something that they're going to have to eat as a business owner, which I don't see as an issue because, like I said before, if they're making money in our communities, they should not have a problem with protecting their customers. I mean, they're safe. I mean, if you go to some of these gas stations, what do you see? You see bulletproof glass. So if they're protecting themselves, they shouldn't have a problem with protecting us as well.
And that's that. And you know what, brother? That's right. We talked about that earlier too. You're right, because they're behind bulletproof glass, a lot of them. They safe.
Yep.
We the ones walking inside there, and we wide open. Wide open. Brother, listen.
There you go.
Listen, people, we have to learn, because hey, listen, what about our women? What about our seniors? We have to protect our women and the seniors and the small children. We have to protect them.
Yeah, absolutely.
How would you
and
like?
I think, and I want to echo you as well, because I saw also where individuals saying, "Oh, it's a lawsuit waiting to happen." Now, let me say this: they're going to have a list of qualifications for these security agencies. So we're not talking about the rinky-dink companies. We're not talking about the companies that are going to be trying to go open up a security company tomorrow. No, they're going to have qualifications. They have to meet those qualifications in order to be a viable prospect to be security for these businesses. And also, this is not a 100% solution. This is just an additional deterrent, which is what we want. Okay, we want somebody there that has an extra set of eyes and ears that can watch. That's it. That's all we're wanting. Someone that can watch, that's armed. That's another key component. They have to be an armed security officer. They're going to be watching, and we have someone that can pick the phone up and call the police. And and so, to the people that are saying, "Oh no, this is a horrible idea." Well, listen. At the end of the day, it could be your grandmother, it could be your wife, it could be your mom, and I'm pretty sure you will want somebody that's watching after them.
And I agree. Yes. And you know what, people? We talk about how bad these high crime areas that we live in. Now we're getting protection. How would you like for you send your 13-year-old daughter or son to the store and, and something happened, God forbid, if they hit a armed guard, like your brother said, is a deterrent. Most of the time, anybody that's robbing, stealing, killing, they don't want no gunplay. They want to be the ones that pulling the guns out. They don't want that. They wanted to do it as quiet as possible and get in and get out. So I think it's an excellent idea.
Right.
It's an excellent idea, because there's a lot of places that I ride by every day that I won't stop because people standing in front of it. I'm gonna give you one place: 79th and Cottage Grove, Happy's Liquors. Come on, and they got armed people standing all in front of it all day. I mean, I be wanting to stop. Sometimes I'm at the funeral home over there, but I can't. It's too much activity going on right there. So I just go somewhere else, take my money somewhere else. Some of these gas stations, brother, that I want to stop, I don't stop in them. I go to Indiana sometime. So I think this is
and we as citizens, we as consumers should want these businesses to spend money on us. They need to give some back to the community. We've let them slap for too long. And so now we're putting it back in their laps to where they say, hey, if you want to do business in our communities, you got to spend money in our community.
That's it. Okay. One person said primarily, who will be funding this program? Listen, the owners got to eat this cost. They have to eat this cost.
Yep.
They have to, and they can't go up on the prices either. They have to eat this cost.
This is solely on the owners And it's going to be in the bill that they cannot price gouge, they cannot raise up their prices, their fees, so they can't go up on their gas 2 cents or none of that. It's going to be a total 100% cost to the business owner, which we do know, especially with these gas stations and grocery stores, they are making money in our communities, and so they can afford it.
They can afford it. That's right. They can afford it. That's right. Yeah. So again, this bill is called the Early Walker Armed Security Protection Act. They even named it after them. You know, it's wonderful.
Yeah, I actually appreciate that, man. Yeah, they're naming it after me, man. So I was definitely humbled by that, and it was not for that reason. It was really more or less because, like I said, man, I mean, I've got sisters, I've got a mom, you know, and I want them to be safe when they're stopping, when they're on their way, if they're out at night. I mean, you should be able to stop for gas in the middle of the night. You should not be scared to stop at a grocery store.
Right. Now, tell us, we were talking before we got on live. Tell us about the story, how the older lady said she was about to run out of gas, but she was afraid to stop at the gas. And tell us about that story.
When we initially launched this a couple of years ago, I'll never forget, there was an elderly woman who saw us out with security, and she literally pulled in. I'll never forget this. She said, "Oh my God, I am so happy that you guys are out here. I saw you guys on the news. I saw you guys were going to be at this gas station." She said, "I was terrified to stop for gas." It was about 9 o'clock at night. And she literally was on E. Martin. She told me, she said, "I would not have made it home. I did not know what I was going to do." And she was terrified to stop for gas. That's a shame.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's definitely a shame. That is definitely a shame. Definitely a shame. So I think it's a win, people. We need this. We need this in these communities of high crime areas. And listen, people, and y'all know a lot of people that do business in the community don't like the people who they doing business with. Don't give a care about us. Now they out here selling our children tobacco underage children tobacco products.
Yeah.
And that's not good. That's not a good look. They're encouraging that behavior.
They're getting rich off of us.
Right. Getting rich. So, you know, that, listen, I appreciate the brother made it. Thank God for you, Earl, because somebody have a vision. We always complain about things. I ain't going there, so too many people stand in front of it. I'm afraid for my life. You know, hey, now that these stores are finna be mandated to have an armed guard in there. We're not talking about a bootleg guard, an armed guard. We need it. Armed guard. And that's what we need, people.
Right.
And it's just like you said, this is just not the only solution. It's part of the solution. Now, we know people still try and stick up the place with an armed guard. We know that. We witnessed that at River Oaks Mall, where the security guard was armed guard and he didn't have a chance. We know it can happen. But it's just, like you said, deterrent. That's what it is. It's a deterrent.
Yep.
So, again, Earl, I thank you. I'm going to get off this, but I thank you. Again, people, it's called the Early Walker Armed Security Protection Act. Earl, can I ask you a question? When is this going to be effective? When?
So we're looking to try to get everything pushed through.
Okay.
Hopefully by March.
Okay.
I'll be giving updates on this, but I was given a timeline of hopefully March. I'll actually be going to Springfield myself to see the process as far as them pushing it through. Then after that, it'll move up through, the system. But this is a step in the right direction, and so I'm excited. But I'll definitely be keeping everybody abreast on this. And I don't think any lawmaker would be against this because this is an issue that we're having across the nation.
Mm-hmm. And so again, that consists of gas stations and what else? Name the names down the list so we know.
Yeah, so this bill is targeting gas stations, grocery stores, pawn shops, and I'm missing one. What am I missing?
Banks.
Banks. Yes, banks.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Cool. That's cool. Well, earlier, I'm trying to think about like the Family Dollars and the Dollar Trees. What about them? Well,
so this is again, we're trying to push this through. Right now, I guess they targeted like what they were looking at as the the top 4 businesses who are having issues, and then
Okay.
we are looking to hopefully push, for this to be in some of the suburbs as well as other businesses. I'm hoping that other businesses see this and they take it upon themselves to say, hey, you know what, we need this as well.
Right. And it's needed because
When I
go ahead, Earl.
when I've traveled out of the country, here's something that I've noticed in other countries. They have police officers everywhere. Grocery stores, liquor stores, you can't go anywhere, and they have their local police officers positioned as security in every business that you can think of. And so this is kind of echoing that same sentiment that, again, it's not saying that this is going to be as 100% proof and it's going to stop crime 100%, but it's a step in the right direction.
I agree with you. I agree. Somebody said, what about casinos? Yeah. Well, as he said,
I mean, they got security at casinos.
Oh yeah. They handle too much money not to have no armed guards there. Too much money. Yeah.
Right. No, they got listen. Go in there and do something crazy. You'll find
out. Yeah. You definitely find out in them casinos. Yeah. And people, I think it's a great idea. Great idea. We need this. We need this because who wants to have to go all the way to Indiana and buy some gas because you're afraid to go across the street from your house to get some gas? Who wants to do that? Because sometimes it's going to cost you the difference just riding to Indiana to get some gas.
Yep.
Man, nobody want to pump in their gas, somebody ride up to them, point a gun and say, give me your car. Who wants to go through that? Nobody want to go through that. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, at least you had an option to say, hey, at least you had an option to say, hey, when you pay for your gas, hey, I don't feel safe. Could I get a armed guard to stand while I'm pumping my gas, or just keep an eye on me while I'm pumping my gas? I mean, that's options. I think that'd be nice, especially for young ladies and our seniors. We have to protect our seniors and ladies. We have to protect them. I mean, yeah, that's it. So,
and that's all this was, Narden. This was just an initiative to help assist and aid the community. I mean, like I said, these businesses are making money in our community. I mean, some of these rough areas, especially, they should automatically, in my opinion, have thought to do this a long time ago. But unfortunately, we've got to get a bill and get a law passed to enforce it. But this is something that they should have already automatically wanted, because who wants to have a business where the customer feels unsafe?
That's true. And you want to protect your customers. Yeah. All right.
Right. That's who's spending money with you, right?
Yeah, that's who. Yeah, because guess what? Like we said earlier, they behind their bulletproof glass. We the ones got to walk out there.
There you go.
They give us that money. Did we give them our money? And they behind a bulletproof glass. So what's the likelihood of them getting hit or robbed or something? Slim.
Right.
Slim. So like you said,
absolutely.
You guys talk
again.
Go ahead, Earl.
No, I was gonna say again, kudos to State Rep Thaddeus Jones. Kudos to Alderman Stephanie Coleman for allowing me to launch this in Inglewood. And like I said, I had no idea that it was going to gain legs like this, but I'm excited. I think this is a step in the right direction. This is a step in the direction of us enforcing, like you said, the Dollar Generals and the dollar stores and the Family Dollars, but we got to start somewhere.
Mm-hmm. You're right. You definitely, yep. And the places that you name are the more likely places to get robbed. The gas stations, you have the jacking.
Right.
You have the pawn shops people wait. Then you have the stores. So those are the things that high crime, crime is there. But that's it. Earl, well, I'm going to ask you the same question you always ask me. Where can we find you at, my brother? Yes.
I'm usually the one asking that question. But no, so listen, follow me on social media at Earl Walker. Also, this was done under my non-for-profit, which is I'm Telling Don't Shoot. So you can follow me on Facebook, I'm Telling Don't Shoot. And then also, as Martin stated, we are on 106.3 every week. So you can follow our couples page, Early and Tia.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll be having updates on there as well. Also, check us out every Sunday, 4 to 5. Martin G is on there giving his live, uncut, unedited segment as well.
Yeah, that's it. All right, people. And we're going to end it right there. We've been on exactly 20 minutes and we talked about it. So if y'all welcome to leave some comments. If you have any questions, I'm quite sure Mr. Walker will get back with you guys. And we know we're going to be updating. I'm going to be updating. I'm excited about that. I didn't even know about this until today. He hid it from me, people. He hid it from me. Hid it from me. All right. All right. We out of here. Good afternoon, wherever you're at. Thank you for tuning in, people. I'll see you guys live late tonight. I'm going to a debate tonight, so I won't be on early tonight. I'll be on a little late, but I'm going to come back and bring you some information, let you guys know what I think about, what I thought about, or think about the debate tonight. So appreciate you. This is live, uncut, unedited. I'm here with my radio host, Early Walker, and his lovely wife. She's not on here, but that's their show, and they invited me on. And I appreciate it every Sunday at Soul 106.3 between 4 p.m. and 5 p.m. That's where y'all can check us out. Peace.